look at keeping your pelvis and your body still this time and seeing if you can move a hip independently. What this is going to train is your ability to use your core muscles to stabilize yourself, but also use your obliques at the same time. So start position is the same. We're going to keep nice and neutral through the back because this section from here up isn't going to move. Your pelvis is in neutral, so there's a very slight curve. You don't want to be pushing into the mat at all. You want your pubic bone and hip bones parallel to the ceiling. So if you have your fingers on your pubic bone, hands on your hip bone, they stay nice and stable. And the movement is basically one leg coming out to the side and using inner thigh and your pelvis and your core muscles to come back in, okay? Easiest way to do it is to either place two hands on your hips, so as you move you can feel if your pelvis moves, or you can place two hands under your bum if you prefer, so you can feel if you weight transfer. So that's the common problem with this. The pelvis goes with you. We want the pelvis to stay still. So if you start in your start position, I'm just going to place my hands on my hips here. Taking a breath in, I'm going to allow the leg to come out as far as I can. As soon as I feel my pelvis move, I'm going to stop. And then from there, I'm going to think about the knee or the hip, using those muscles on the diagonal to this opposite side to come back in, okay? So be wary of tipping. We're just going to go from an inhale, allow the leg to come out, keep everything nice and stable. Exhale, we're coming back into center. So inhale, allow the leg to come out. Exhale, come into center. You might actually feel that your inner thigh muscles shake and a little bit because these are the muscles and your obliques that you're using to do the movement. So don't panic if it gets a little bit shaky. We're using specific tiny muscles here, not gripping and pulling everything in. So for those of you that get to here, stay, take another breath in, go a little bit further, and go a little bit further again. So that's how you're going to increase your range. Take a breath in at the end, and bring the muscles back in. Just be wary that your static leg stays static and it doesn't wander around with your moving leg. So once again, breath in to prepare, and breathe out if you find that it's too hard to do it on a breath in. Take a breath in to prepare, breathe out to come back. As you improve, inhale, control the movement, keep everything nice and still. Exhale, come back in. Okay? Again, we're working the obliques, so we're trying to keep everything stable around the pelvis. I'd recommend that you do 5 under one leg, so you get a bit of a build-up effect, and then swap over and do 5 on the opposite leg. Then when you can feel that you can work and you can work independently, then alternate. So one leg out, exhale in. Inhale, allow the other leg to come out, keep these pelvises nice and stable, keep the ribs nice and soft. Exhale, come back in. One leg will be easier than the other, so don't panic if it's getting a little bit harder on one leg than the other. You will always have a good side. So bent knee fall outs, these are actually really good for starting you to get your obliques working hard.